both car and driver. It is a 2.5-mile course, and the experts are predicting that lap speeds of close to 150 miles per hour will be necessary to qualify for the 47 summits. Racetrack competition is not new to Ford engineers. As long ago as 1903, Barney Oldfield drove Henry Ford's old 999 at the then fantastic speed of a mile a minute. In recent months, Ford products have scored many successes in stock car racing. Much has been learned about durability and performance. The engineers will make good use of this information in their new racing assignments. Only 10 months remain in which to get ready for the qualifying trials, so the development work must move ahead quickly. Because of its size, a Fairlane V8 has been selected as the basic engine, and a rigid set of design specifications have been established. Power must be increased by 130%, weight reduced by 29%. Carburetors are preferred over fuel injection, and exotic fuels are to be avoided. The engine will be mounted in a modified version of the Lotus Grand Prix Racer built in England. 2 cars are to be entered, a team effort. The drivers will be Dan Gurney of stock car racing fame and Grand Prix driver Jim Clark of Scotland, a newcomer to the Indianapolis track. Early in March, a prototype engine is tested in a Lotus car at the company's Arizona Proving Ground. And carburation development work moves ahead at the Dearborn Proving Ground. By using special axle ratios, high engine speeds are obtained, simulating race conditions. Following the carburation runs, a standard vehicle with body removed is set up in a wind tunnel to study effects of exhaust manifold designs on power output. Known as Hurricane Road, this unique test facility is capable of moving 3 million cubic feet of air every 60 seconds. A wide selection of carefully controlled temperatures, humidity, rain, sunshine, and road grades enable the engineers to simulate track conditions. Now the qualifying runs are little more than a month away. The third and last series of engines is assembled. The cast aluminum block and cylinder heads are made from modified Fairlane patterns and cores supplied by the company's Cleveland engine foundry. In place of the conventional cylinder head gasket, laminated O-rings form the seal between the cylinder block and the combustion chamber. Impact-forged high silicon aluminum alloy pistons feature a domed head with valve clearance pockets to assist in providing a 12.5-to-1 compression ratio. The connecting rods are shot-peened and polished to remove surface stresses. A slightly modified Fairlane combustion chamber with enlarged intake and exhaust ports is used, with aluminum bronze valve guides and cast steel valve seat inserts. Testing has proved that a rocker arm shaft-type valve train is capable of speeds over 8,000 revolutions per minute. Dual oil pumps and a dry sump lubrication system with a remote-mounted oil supply tank is required. Regulations prohibit adding oil to the engine during the race. This also helps the design objective of a 5-inch clearance between oil pan and track. Gear drives are used for the distributor, tachometer, fuel pump, oil pumps, water pump, and generator. A magnesium intake manifold completes the induction system. The magnesium front cover houses the gear train and supports the engine assembly. The crankshaft vibration damper has been redesigned to prevent the inertia ring from coming off at extremely high engine RPM. This feature is now incorporated in regular production engines. The flywheel is placed on a forged steel crankshaft, counterweighted for complete static and dynamic balance. The oil pan is a magnesium casting to reduce weight. The engines are subjected to a rigid series of dynamometer tests. During the development phase, these engines repeatedly run the equivalent of 3 Indianapolis 500-mile races on the dynamometer. By imposing loads, allowing for such factors as wind resistance, and by simulating the constant acceleration and deceleration of the race cycle, actual performance and durability can be predicted to a close degree. At the Lotus plant in England, 2 cars are being built for the race. They incorporate many refinements developed during preliminary trials. Mr. Colin Chapman, president of Lotus Limited, follows every phase of the project with intense interest. With a 96-inch wheelbase, this car is an elongated version of the Lotus 25 Grand Prix model. The suspension system features an inboard-mounted spring coil shock absorber connected to the upper A-arm and 10.5-inch Girling disc brakes. Lightweight, rear-engine Grand Prix cars represent a radical departure at Indianapolis. The first of this type was a Cooper, entered in 1961. Mickey Thompson entered V8s in the 1962 race. The Lotus weighs approximately 1,130 pounds, compared to over 1,500 for the conventional Indianapolis Roadster. The ignition system includes a new breakerless distributor, a transistorized amplifier, and a conventional coil. Three rubberized gas tanks will hold 50 gallons of fuel. One is installed behind the driver's seat, and the other 2 on either side of the driver's compartment. The transmission and axle combination, designed by Colati, has its own lubrication system. There are 4 forward speeds for acceleration out of the pit. The chassis and frame are of lightweight aluminum alloy of aircraft design. Loads are carried by the skim surfaces. Saturday, May 18th, is the first day of qualifying runs at Indianapolis, and the only chance to gain the coveted pole position. 30-mile-per-hour winds make the track treacherous at high speed. Before the beginning of official time trials, all drivers try to practice as much as possible. Dan Gurney is especially anxious to check his car because of some minor carburetor changes.